I don't know what this music is, but I like it. Good morning.
StreamYard says it's called Feeding the Ducks.
Feeding the ducks. There we go. Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. Yes, we're live. Brian and I decided yesterday this is too much fun not for us to do at least more frequently. Maybe not every single day, and maybe not both of us every day, but more frequently nonetheless. We've got it's Friday, so it's follow-up Friday. I've got some stuff on the follow-up front that I want to dig into. Want to share an update, early results on a first-time homebuyer ad that Ryan's running in Philly. We got the social post of the day, which I got the preview of, and at least for some of you, it should make you smile. And our usual good stuff. Let's in honor of trying to keep these concise and to the point and valuable. Let's dig right in.
Social post of the day.
What's that? Yeah, let's check it out.
I'm a little out of practice. I don't have my screen shared or anything. Here we go. So you guys can execute this idea pretty much in any market. It's just the Pinellas property list of the day. I've been loving doing an open house list on Fridays, Josh. Just seems to work.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's the weekend.
So he went with some comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You could have also, you could go with a Mother's Day theme.
Oh, it's Mother's Day.
Yeah. I was scheduling my weekly email newsletter last night because KV Core, the way they're batching emails, they're going out slow. So here it never fails. So I scheduled mine to go out at like 1:30 in the morning, assuming it would land sometime this morning because of the delays, and it went out like on schedule.
Because there was nobody else doing it then.
Right, exactly. But I remembered as I was doing it to put in, Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So it was in
I got a quick funny Mother's Day story. I thought last weekend was Mother's Day, so I stressed out. I got all the Mother's Day. I told my kids we had to get mom going. I told one of my good friends, and he believed me. So and I had to text them Saturday night when I figured it out. That's so anyway, yeah, it should have been a Mother's Day theme. So I alter this social post of the day, make it property list of the day. Buy your mom $1 million open houses so you can finally buy your mom something of value for Mother's Day, something like that. Twist it a little. All right. But anyway, we got Austin Powers reference here, and you can go with that too.
By the way, in the world we live in now, those movies, man, all of the amount of politically incorrectness is amazing.
Is something wrong with Austin? This guy, the $1 million guy?
Oh, no. I'm just saying those movies in general. If you watch those now through the lens of the world we live in now, they are so.
Oh yeah.
Woo! There's some. Anyway. Yeah, he would be. Those movies would be canceled now.
Yes.
All right. So social post of the day. I don't even know if you have my mindset thing up there, but
I'll look for it.
Yeah. Pretty simple. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Another way to look at that is process is greater than results.
I can't find it.
And, we've had a couple of people this week who we've been collaboratively running ads for, and they're concerned because, they've laid out in their minds, and I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but they've laid out a significant investment, one, however you want to define that, and they haven't deposited anything back in their bank account yet. And yet, when I go into their, one is using KV Core, the other one's using some other setup. There are lots of seeds being planted, right?
Conversations,
property views, things of that nature. And yet, that's the trick of this, the business that we're in is
the sales cycle is super long.
Yeah. And the patience you have to have. And sometimes you get lucky. And one of them that comes through and you've got good automated follow-up and they're ready to go. You just happen to catch people at the right time. But I can tell you from personal experience, when I should do this more often than just at the end of the year. I need to get in the habit of doing this quarterly. But when I go back and review where transactions came from, it's amazing. Like I remember doing this at the end of 2020 or like very early 2021 and looking at a campaign that I had been running in the springtime of 2020 and how many tens of thousands of GCI a small investment in the spring turned into. So
if you could just run an ad today and spend $20 or $50 or $100 and get a $5,000 GCI transaction, everybody would be doing it all day long. That's where the opportunity is that it's in the long game with this stuff. And I've been there too, Josh. I mean, and I turn off ad campaigns way too soon for lots of my ventures. And then you 3 months go by and you're like, where'd that money come from? Oh, it was that thing I turned off.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Easy to say, harder to do.
Antonio Atican, when I had this issue when I was like 23 or 24, and I was on a team in Philadelphia, the guy's name was Antonio Atican, and I remember him telling me I was sending mail, and him telling me just keep doing it now because you're not going to see results for 6 months, but you can't stop. Yeah. And he was a Wharton School business guy too, if I remember. It was like really good business advice for me at that time.
Yeah. Right. And back then, you didn't have the ability to have QR codes on your cards and actually be generating, trackable response.
I was sending my 21-point action plan to get your condo sold.
Yeah.
Like manually stuffing envelopes. Yeah.
Since I brought up direct mail, this wasn't even on our docket for today, but you mentioned to me yesterday a mailer that went out for Forever Florida. I think it was 500 cards, 15 scans.
Only 15 scans. It's still 2 or 3%, but they were absentees.
Right. And so one of the things Ryan and I talked about, like when you mail to absentees, no matter what you do, you're going to get a lot of returned, undeliverable to sender. Right. So the reality is 500 of them were not received. It's probably more like 450, 425. Right. And they're, like Ryan said, they're absentees. And what I have noticed though on absentee is you'll get more delayed response, like delayed scans. They'll like put it away or they'll hang it on their fridge and then something will prompt them, whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term rental, something pops up and they're like, you know what? I should scan the QR code on that card that I got the other day or the other week or the other month.
I always find it interesting. You see how many people did 2 scans? So, those are good to key in on. They might have like scanned it once and then they gave it to their spouse or something, or they thought about it again the next day. But anyway, Adelia said that she's on top of it. They're following up, and that's kind of what you need to do with these is some manual work once you see the scan happen. But
yeah, totally. I know that we've got a little video on the YouTube channel about the first-time homebuyer program in Philly.
Yeah.
You had also shared on our group coaching on Wednesday a little bit about that. Maybe just give everybody an update. And while you're pulling that up, I'll let everybody know that this type of framework, real estate niche operating system, if you would like us to build one of these out for you, of which first-time homebuyers is one of a number of different niches that we already have built these out for. If you're interested in us doing a one-time setup or even a setup and managing it on an ongoing basis for you, just schedule a time to chat with me at josh15.com, josh15.com. Now, I can't remember, Ryan. Is that the full video clip there?
No. So let me what this is, it's a video I recorded for my buddy Sean in Philly. It's just 5 first-time home buyer programs in Philadelphia. 2 of them are specific to the area, Pennsylvania and Philly. 3 are just kind of like FHA stuff.
Yep.
And I recorded the video, but then in the ad, I just sped the video up. And I put some blurring in there.
Yeah.
For curiosity. 7 leads for $5 a piece, 3 pre-mortgage app submissions.
Oh, we've got 3 now? Because I know early on there was like 3 leads and no one had done the
3 now, and some of that might be the automated follow-up that we're sending or whatever, but this is a really good funnel because it's kind of leading with the financing. Like the person's a little later stage, they're thinking about getting the financing, the conversation goes that direction, and now you as the agent can jump in and have the home the property conversation.
Here's how this relates to the the conversation that we just had around the mindset thing. By leading with something like this, you are naturally capturing people who, at least in theory, are farther along the process, along the pipeline or down the funnel, because someone who's thinking about mortgage options or financing, that is not the sexy part of buying a house, for lack of a better term, right? That's not the exciting part. That's the means to an end or the necessary evil to get the thing that you want, right? When you want to buy your dream home, like it's not the mortgage that you're getting for that excites you, at least for most people. It's the home, right? And so if people are responding to that, I would say they're much closer to getting in the car with you, which nobody ever does anymore, but getting to look at homes with you than maybe someone who's just opting in for a list of waterfront properties.
Yep.
And yet I'm not suggesting that one is better than the other. I think doing them in tandem, and in either scenario, we're finding over and over and over, using mortgage or financing offers or hooks, etc., is a great way to sift and sort out the more ready, willing, and able folks.
These particular leads too, some of the people opting in here may assume they can't qualify, or may have been told they can't qualify. So you as the agent, you become in a position to help them solve that problem.
Right.
And then by solving the problem, you build the trust, and then you're their agent if you can be the gateway to this information.
And not just you, or not just them. You're not just getting them as a client. What we see time and again is when you help folks in those similar situations, they are going out of their way to be a champion for you, and telling their friends, their family, anyone they know, their coworkers, and even if they're not their friends, family, coworkers, they may be curious. Wait a minute, how did so and so buy a house? Right? How did so and so buy an investment property? Right? Like, and it creates curiosity, it creates a conversation opportunity, and that leads to more clients for you. So we love helping folks, our mortgage team, virtual mortgage partners. We love helping folks that aren't the, I don't know, perfect A type borrower.
Conventional 20 down. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's our specialty. We are almost now on a daily basis taking applications and getting pre-approved folks who have been turned down by other lenders, or who just didn't even realize they could qualify right now, given their current credit score or whatever situation or scenario.
And that has to do with we're brokers, so it has to do with the breadth of programs we have access to.
Yeah, over 200 lenders, over 5,000 products and programs, and all kinds of creative and unique options. We had a conversation with an Oklahoma agent 2 days ago, who is partnering up with us and who we're helping. He's already sent us a warm referral, so thank you, Vincent. And he had no idea that, like, FHA, things like that there were programs for FHA at 500 plus, or that there were programs for no income, no employment mortgage,
cash out refis.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff that he had no idea, that he was immediately, like, gears turning, how much more business he would be able to do. And really, the other thing that was really getting him frustrated was how much business he's lost the last 2 years by not having those options available to him. And being able to be a proactive and creative problem solver, which I think is the big value that we're providing.
So enough of the commercial, Josh. Good job in pitch.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it doesn't have to be with us. It doesn't have to be with us. But if you don't have a relationship with a mortgage broker or lender that has these creative options, you're missing out on opportunity. So you've got to have that relationship, whether it's with our virtual mortgage partners team or someone else. Like
just
that,
just a backup for when you're, if you've got somebody who's at like a bank or a direct lender and they just can't do the outside of the box stuff, have a backup.
100%. Yeah.
So propertynoknox.com/Philly mortgage options. If you want to see the video I made for Sean, please do not opt into that page, please, because it'll just mess up our tracking. All it does is go to a hey, thank you. But you can see the video.
Do not do that. Do not.
Yep. And I'm going to start making those videos for people who are down to play along. If down to play along means you schedule with Josh a meeting and you're willing to put some ad money toward promoting, we'll do a lot of the legwork. Mark, you of course, I will make your video either this weekend or first thing next week. Mark Webster asked me for a video, so we'll get that going for you as well too.
If you're feeling like you just have to see how this works, here's the good news. Just go create a free account at wakeup.realestate, and you might have to do some digging or use the chat because Ryan plays with the site often. But by creating your free account, you get pages like this. So you can test those pages for yourself to see how the conditional survey process is laid out, right? So don't opt into that one, but go and get your own free account, and then you'll have pages like that one that you can use, or at least see what we're doing and how those work.
I think I think I'm not logged in. Okay. What I did, Josh, on the site was I just made a member resources page so that everything is on one page, so you don't have to hunt and peck. So that should be a little better for everybody.
Great.
I'm just fixing this issue. What else you got today?
So I in the spirit of follow-up Fridays, thank you again, Andre, who just said fried eggs for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he's having fried eggs right now. Who knows? I wanted to share an example follow-up exchange. Is my screen sharing? It is, right?
Yep.
A follow-up exchange from one of these. I wish I could block out the contact info. Maybe if I zoom in. Nope, that's not gonna. Anyway, don't reach out to Robin, please and thank you. This script. The script from Texting Tuesday, hey, Robin, or hey, Andre, or hey, Ryan, what's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home right now? We're still not caught up on the responses from this script. And in fact, right before going on here, one of the responses was from an investor who owns multiple properties who is thinking about refining or selling them. It's not even like this script didn't even make any sense to him if you think about it. And yet he replied, we had a conversation, and now it's going to either be a refi opportunity for our mortgage team or a listing opportunity, or actually multiple opportunities because it's multiple properties. It's 4 units, townhome. Anyway, but Robin here said, again, the script was, what's the one thing stopping you from buying your dream home? Robin said, my credit score is too low. And to which we said, gotcha. Do you know your credit score right now? Approximately. Reason I'm asking is we have programs starting at 500 plus. We also offer credit direction. We could have put free credit direction in there, but
yeah.
And Robin said 580, I think. I said, got it. Happy to connect you with one of our credit direction specialists for a quick chat. When would you be available? Okay. The other way to frame that is, got it. When would you be available for a quick chat with one of our credit direction specialists? Okay. This just shows that there's lots of ways to frame that work. She said after 5 p.m. most days. And then this was an automated text that went out, which I don't understand why this one went out, given the fact that she was already in active lead, but whatever. Maybe I need to play with the behavioral automation. But that turned into a warm handoff where I introduced Robin to Maria on our mortgage team. Maria has now spoken with Robin. I don't think we've taken an app yet, but they've had a conversation. And we're working with Robin. And the other thing is Robin owns a property right now as well. So this is a multiple transaction side opportunity that is coming from Robin. And the thing that I want to press on here for everyone that is working really well when you get someone in conversation is that phrasing, when would you be available for a quick chat with whatever, credit direction specialist, zero option specialist, or zero down option, or zero down specialist. That's what I'm calling it.
Starter home specialist, beach
New
condo
construction,
specialist,
new construction specialist, buyer specialist.
Yeah.
Right. Just, or first time buyer specialist. Right. They say, what's stopping you? Well, it's our first time buying a home and we don't know what to do. We don't know where to start. Oh, when would you be available for a quick chat with our first time home buyer specialist? Question mark. Who's that? Well, it's you. Or if you have someone on your team like I have, Cosette, it's Cosette, right? It's whatever you have, whoever you have. Go ahead, Ryan.
And if you're working a lot in the same niche, you could make a calendar link and just give it to them. So here's a link that'll let you schedule choose a time and talk to one of our specialists.
If you do that, here's how I would recommend you do that by text. If it's a text exchange or direct message exchange, I wowould send the first thing, when would you be available? Send. And then if it's easier, you could just grab a spot on my calendar right here. It's a simple thing.
It feels more personal and more like it's more of an exchange and interchange, and feels less like
a canned response.
Yeah,
and that's what you want to avoid. It's little things like that can make a big difference. Now, does everybody respond with a time to chat? No, but you'd be surprised. I've lost track. I should go back and count exactly. But since last Tuesday's Texting Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but last Tuesday. This Tuesday was what's the one thing? I don't even remember what last Tuesday's was, but it was killer, whatever it was. Go back because the response to that was also phenomenal. Somewhere between 15 and 20 warm handoffs I've been able to give over. And in most of those cases, it's the person not only saying they'd like to chat, but giving a time to chat. So like basically scheduling a time to chat with one of, in a lot of cases, with one of our quote unquote zero down specialists. So that's what I had. I would find as many ways possible to use that. When would you be available for a quick chat with our blah, whatever that is, because that is definitely working. And I'll just go a little bit deeper on that. The quick chat, right? That is, I've tested different things. That quick chat, okay, and not quick call, not a phone call, not a Zoom meeting. When would you be available for a quick chat? I think why it works is it feels like a small commitment. A Zoom meeting or a phone call, for whatever reason, even though it may be the same thing, right? They could say, I'm available here. And then you could say, would you prefer a phone call or Zoom, right? But that initial commitment, it's just like, it's a low barrier, a quick chat. It's like, it's informal. It's just low commitment level, right? And so I would definitely recommend using that little phrase. We found that to definitely work better than some of those other options I mentioned, phone call or Zoom meeting, or, even strategy call or consultation. Like that just feels like a bigger commitment, even though that's what you're doing. That's what you're going to do. You're going to have a consultation. You're going to ask questions. You're going to diagnose. Can we help these folks? When can we help them? And can we, how, and when? Can we, how, and when can we help these folks? So, Ryan, I can see here that you have the mortgage rates up there. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I just figure we'll get those mentioned, and we can, let's see.
We can call it a day. While those are being pulled up, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all of the fun things. I didn't mention that in the end because I'm trying to keep it. I want to get right into the good stuff here so we can keep these to 20 to 30 minutes or less.
Yeah. So mortgage rates are hovering right around 6.5. I don't know where the jobs numbers came in this morning. What's the market doing? I don't know. The world is still crazy. And then Josh, you had dead leads. Getting into some plugs, you had a dead leads webinar this week.
Yeah, right? So final encore today at 2 Eastern. Final encore today at 2 Eastern, deadleadclass.com. You can grab a free spot at deadleadclass.com. Mike, if you're on here, we might have to fix that redirect. I don't know that I redirected Dead Lead Class to the updated go-to webinar link. If you can't get on for whatever reason, you can't get registered, just use the chat widget on the wakeup.realestate site. JP Maroney, my man, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy. What do we got up on the screen here, Ryan?
Oh, nothing. Oh, sorry. I was looking at. I want to see what the markets did this morning. I thought there were some job numbers and what the rates were doing, but we're still around 6.5.
Yeah, still around 6.5. 6.5. Oh man, I had something else that I wanted to drop on everybody, but now I'm forgetting. Oh, this was it. Are you seeing? I noticed for the first time this week, in weeks, a pretty significant increase in new listings. I look at them daily, but I take a screenshot for my weekly email newsletter every Thursday or Friday, depending on when I'm like doing the final edit on the newsletter to send it out. And this is crazy. This was the first week in a long time where it was more than 100 new listings in my entire area, which is wild. So I'm curious, are any of you noticing an increase? You know, it was double. It was double this week what it was last week, which is pretty significant.
My listing sold, went under contract yesterday, but there isn't a lot of other stuff like it on the market still here. But I don't know what it's like in everybody else's market. We still have very low inventory.
Yeah. So I'm curious to know, just an informal, poll. And if you don't know, go look just out of your own curiosity. See, it's helpful to know that information, right? Because, when you're out, like I'm going to be at my son's, my younger son's track meet and my older son's baseball games today. Without question, somebody is going to ask me about what, how the market is or what's going on in real estate, because it happens every time. And I could say, oh, you know what? Interestingly, we actually got a slight uptick in inventory this last week.
Could be seasonal too, because we're coming right out of the spring season here.
Yeah, and that's definitely a factor. But even so, like normally we would see that uptick start sooner. But it's better late than never, I suppose. All right.
Yeah.
Let's put a bow on this. I think we'll be back live on Monday.
Yeah.
Ryan and I just have too much fun doing this.
We may take turns.
Yeah. The weekend will allow you to get caught up. The Dead Lead Boot Camp starts next Monday as well, this coming Monday in the afternoon. So check out the deadleadclass.com. And then if you're interested in the boot camp, you can go to deadleadbootcamp.com. And that's more intimate, where we're going to work collaboratively to resurrect your old dead leads. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. If you're listening on the podcast, I don't know why you wouldn't listen like this. I don't know why I did a phone. But anyway, the podcast numbers are going up. So we thank you for that. Please subscribe, rate, and review if you listen to the podcast on Spotify or Apple Pod.
And Josh, I just want to put this out there. As we get these going again, we'd love to have some of you guys on as guests. So if you have something that you like to talk about, you have an idea, you want exposure for your widget or whatever you're up to, just let us know.
That's a great shout. Appreciate you throwing that out there. If you need anything, let us know. Create your free account, wakeup.realestate. Use the little chat widget if you have a question or if you can't find something or whatever. And hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day
to all the moms out there. And we'll see you on Monday.
You got Mom's gift right here.
Oh, there you go.
I almost forgot she's leaving town today, so I got to make sure she gets it today.
You better knock that out. Very good. Thanks, everybody.